afternoon, and we are back at site. So obviously got home yesterday in the morning, had about 6 hours sleep, and then up and at it again. So we've just got here, we've just done our first patrol and our normal bits that you kind of know now. And yeah, I just thought I'd kick this off with another positive for this job. So another positive for this job, I don't know whether it's because of the company I work for or I've got lucky, is the flexibility. So I'm with my company now, and they've basically said to me, you let us know how often you want to work, when you want to work, and we'll fit in with you, and if you need time off, then you can just apply for that. So I've been quite lucky, but I'd say flexibility is another positive, that I can work 3 days a week, 4 days a week if I want to. If I don't want to do the 15-hour shifts, then maybe they'll find me a site with 12-hour shifts. So yeah, another positive for this job is definitely flexibility. So my third negative for this job is to do with time management. Now, if you're like me, I've got myself into a bit of a routine on the days that I do work now, and I get as much sleep as I can just before I come. But let's take yesterday for example. So yesterday I had to go and get my car from the mechanics or Vauxhall, which meant I had to get up at 11 o'clock. Now, most people say it's pretty lazy, but when you consider what I'm about to do, maybe it's not. So I was up at 11 o'clock, went and got the car, come back, no point going to sleep, got myself ready, went to work. By the time I got back yesterday at around 8 AM, I'd been up for 21 hours. And obviously that takes your toll. I was pretty beat by the time I was done. But if you've got a hectic life outside work, or you've got stuff that you have to do and you can't afford to sleep until 2 o'clock, then maybe this isn't the job for you. So I've been up for 21 hours, probably got about 6 hours sleep, and then I was back up, and now I'm going to be out for another 18 hours. So a negative to this is that if you're not someone that can manage your time very well and be able to get as much sleep as you can in the time that you have off, then obviously that's going to be quite hard for you. You could end up doing 22 hour days, getting maybe 5 hours sleep and then going again. So time management is another negative, but if you're like me, who can manage their time quite easily at the moment, then it's not that bad. You can kind of get around it. So my fourth positive about this job is I've always wanted to have a cool job. So a job that when you tell people what you do, a job that when you tell people what you do, they're actually surprised or they're quite excited. Now, I know that my old golf pro, when I used to go to a golf college, when people used to ask him what he used to do, he used to say that he worked on the buses because it was quite boring and people wouldn't ask him questions, because as a golf coach, everyone's got a question for a golf coach if they play golf. So I actually am the other way round. So I find it really nice to say I'm a security dog handler, because people have questions and I'm one of them people that will talk about it. So I'd say my fourth positive for the job is it is a cool job, and it's something that is a conversation starter. And if you're someone like me who likes to talk about it, you can have good conversations with people rather than speaking to someone about banking or insurance broking and things like that. No. Here. Sit. Wait. Yep. Yeah, sit. Oh, good boy. Close. 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 You. Down. 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 Good. Right, come on, close. Close. Down! Down. Good. Down. Wait. Down. Come on. Down. Sit. Oh, wait there. Good lad. Wait there. Good lad. So my fourth negative for this job is working in the dark. So, not saying that I'm scared of the dark. Come on mate, let's go. Not saying that I'm scared of the dark, but working in the dark, what I've found is that you become very clumsy. And especially if you're working with gloves, the amount of things I drop, the amount of things I trip over, just things like that. So working in the dark, not because I'm scared of it, but because everything just becomes that much harder. Like you're trying to fiddle around and you end up dropping something, or the dog's on a scent and you end up tripping over a huge stone, things like that. Or it could just be a curb that you miss because obviously you can't see it because it's dark. So obviously you do have torches and that, but you don't want to give away, right, it's fine enough. You don't want to give away your position the whole time. Like if I'm out here doing a patrol, I don't want someone by the gate to be able to see where my torch is so they know where I am. So you do end up walking around in the dark quite a lot, and the amount of things I've tripped over, I'll give you an example. So come. And as an example, you'll just be walking across like this and you'll be minding your own business and you'll trip over something like this. And they're the kind of things that you can't see in the dark, and you end up tripping over that stuff and things like that. So it's just one of them things where the job becomes a little bit more fiddly, because obviously you can't see where you're going and you don't want to give yourself away and you end up tripping over stuff. So first one is working in the dark. Leave. Good. Yep, okay. So we're now 2 o'clock. It's been another pretty standard shift so far. And yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this video up in 2 days rather than over 3. I think this is becoming a little bit repetitive, and because obviously working nights and that, and the camera doesn't really work outside, I can't really film too much, so which is why during the day I've showed you some of what we do. So my last negative to the job, let's say, is if you become a security dog handler, it's kind of as far as you go. So I spoke to someone about obviously being a police dog handler, and they said that once you become a security dog handler, even if you join the police, do your 2 years, they won't take you on as a police dog handler because you've got previous training. It's basically that they want to teach you their way and there's no other way. So that's probably a negative, that you'd think that you'd get into this and then like you see the police as a step up, but it's not a case. So be careful if you're thinking about becoming a police dog handler, that you don't come into this to gain experience to it, because the police won't take you into their training. So we'll carry on our shift now, and then I'll wrap this up in the morning, where I'll give you my last positive to the job before I end the video on a positive note. Close. Ooh. Good. Okay, wait. And the answer to my bonus question in this video of why I would park my car like that on site is because the sun is up here, my car is like this, the sun's coming from this direction, which obviously causes the shadow, means that my dog isn't in direct sunlight, and that is part of the welfare of your dog, to make sure that they are not in direct sunlight. So in order they can keep cool, obviously the sun would heat them up like that. I've got the boot open, breeze is coming in, but I keep the direct sunlight off the dog so he stays nice and cool. Alright, scan them. No sheep. No sheep? No. And my last positive to this job is training. Now, if you're someone that enjoys training, same way I do, then I think it is a positive part of the job, and it's really rewarding. And the thing is that I like about training is that you can't hide. If you don't do the training, then your dog doesn't improve. Me and my dog are a great example of what you can achieve if you actually put the work in and do the training, outside obviously doing all the other stuff. So obviously we was going to training, but then we were doing training a bit extra to help him progress a lot quicker. So they're my thoughts on some of the negatives and some of the positives of the job. Now there may be others, obviously I'm not going to go through all of them because I'll be here all day and you'll be watching this video forever. What's up? So if you're a dog handler and you know of some others, then put them down in the comments below. But if you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers for watching. See you later. Bye. What? You got a ball? You got a ball? Wait there then. Good. What are you doing? Ready? Coming in this way.